So, what did I learn about dating from this most previous experience in this 4-month relationship? Well, no, it's more like the acceptance of things. Meaning, when I was younger, I thought, why do these stupid idiots... I laugh because I view myself as a stupid idiot back then, but not. Well, maybe not so much because of my age, you know what I mean? But back when I was in my early 20s, I was like, why do people move out of home? And, I had a little hut out the back, and I just worked to pay off my rent, but then I wanted to have a wage, and then next thing you know, I was paying $100, which is not much, but it was just like, okay, from the edge of these stairs here to that first pillar was how long the bedroom was, and let's say the bedroom's width went from the stairs here, okay, it's about this wide. So it was that wide to the bottom of the stairs from here, and then it was from there to there, and it was just like no painting, no nothing. It was just a den, really. A backyard hut, and it had I had a single bed in there, a chest of drawers, TV, and bedroom. There was no painting. I wasn't allowed to paint anything or whatever. It was just like white wall, but the wall was like, had jib. So I used to think, why would these idiots pay like $400 to go live in a house or an apartment when they could just like go home and live for like $100 in a place like that? But now I changed my mind, obviously. And because I was always getting rejected and turned down and all that, back then it was like, alcohol makes me feel good, yeah. But I feel just as good now without alcohol as I did in that stage when I had alcohol, because my confidence was sky high. Was like, considering everything I'd been through, was high until about my mid-20s, because it was people telling me I wasn't cut out for this job. They didn't want me here because I wasn't like them, all that type of thing. I didn't realise there was a law against discrimination until like my early 30s. Like, 30, early 30s, so up until then, But once you get to your mid-20s and you're being still a virgin, I wanted to have no sex until marriage. So, in the whole employment situation that I had, people say, don't compare to others, you shouldn't care what other people think. But then when you get to your mid-20s, if you graduated high school, went and got a degree in Māori studies, Media's got a diploma in early childhood studies, but then you have that employment situation of no employment. I was like 6 months employment, was a 6-month contract, and the next year I had a 6-month contract somewhere else, but there was like that time in between. Then it was 2 years fully no employment. So it's that, as well as not getting girlfriend, as well as start comparing, you know what I mean? People say, you shouldn't search up social media. Well, social media is right in your face, so you had all the millionaires, you had all that type of thing, but if you had a look at just the people around me weren't giving me the time of day. They'd occasionally tell me that I sucked. Well, that's when it started adding up. See, before then I had graduated high school, got a degree in Māori studies, national certificate in youth work. I had a I was a 2-time rugby league champion in West Auckland. I achieved a lot of things, you know. Got my license, got my forklift license. No, I got my forklift license later on. Yeah, but this whole, you know, my confidence has got back to how it used to be when I was growing up. Except for, there's some things that have changed, which is good. See, I noticed things like, well, I used to be so focused on the girl that I was interested in. So if I got turned down from this girl, I would be interested in this girl for like 2 or 3 years, going after the same girl. And if any other woman showed some sort of interest in me, I would not even notice it. But I'd eventually notice it, and I'd be like, oh no, I've got my eyes set on this woman. And now I'm just like, I know to take every opportunity. I mean, I got full-time employment. It's not going to be long before I get to 6 figures. I know it'll happen this year. You know, I know that as a fact. I got my own apartment. You know, I'm not shy to have sex before marriage. There's nothing wrong with it in my mind. I mean, I aim for the long term, but at the same time, I was convinced that that we were going to develop, and the strength was going to get stronger and stronger between me and Mere. And one day I'd meet her mother and her family and raise kids, but it wasn't meant to be. And I've had that same level of strong feelings for women in the past, but the high majority of them didn't even look at me. The very few would be friendly to me and maybe meet up with me for a cup of coffee once every couple of weeks or something. And then, you know, once they got partners, I was like, yep. You know, and once I'd been friends with them for a couple of years and they had partners, I was like, yep. And then there was Mere. And Mere actually dated me for 4 months. So I know that just take any opportunity, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, because you don't know someone until you get with them, right? And if I find myself in a predicament, well, here's the thing, is I got friends at work, I got friends other places. Some people are being friendly to me at the gym now. So I do have a support network, and so if they want to play silly games, then I can just cut them off. And then if they want to play some more silly games, I've got a support network too, so we, you know, just keep an eye out for each other. Because yeah, that's what I've learned from this. I was going to go on about something else, but the thing is, I can make another recording about that. And so, okay, yeah, I got my eyes on this one woman. Okay, well, if you she denies you, what else? You know what I'm saying? And so now all of a sudden, like, instead of like, if I had like 2 or 3 girls in the space of like a couple of years or something show interest in me, like interest, and you know, and I'm just like, no, I got my eyes on Mere, or I got my eyes on another girl. Just take the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Just take the opportunity, Daniel. That's what I learned. And I can understand now why people say you gotta move out. It's because you get some more space to yourself. I don't know if my parents were controlling, because in my 20s, well, they were, but society deems them as normal. They weren't narcissists or anything. I thought they were, because they wanted me, whenever I didn't agree with them, or, you know, blah blah blah, they didn't get what they wanted. Me was yelling and screaming, and then I'd stand my ground, and then it would go silent treatment and wouldn't hear from them for like 2 weeks or something. And then they tried to sabotage different ventures I had from finances. So I thought they were narcissists and psychopaths for those reasons. And they spread rumours about me to girls I was interested in too. So anyhow, I don't know what they'd be like now. Who knows?